What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Silent Hill 2 project, where we have once again joined the new James in the Woodside apartments. And we've got a long way to go. We've got a lot of work to do here. And we need to go ahead and get started right away. So this video is not too incredibly long, but we left off in this room. This is like the office, and our first goal should be to find the map for this place. We really need that. I'll go ahead and show you this. Look familiar? It should. We just solved that in the original game. This one's really pretty. Fancy. So let me attempt to find the map. I thought maybe it was out here somewhere. We really need that before we go anywhere else. Yeah, here it is. So check out the map for this place. It looks a bit different, doesn't it? It's very different. It looks like this time, instead of just having that main hallway with a couple of branches, we've actually got like an apartment block, and then we've got two separate hallways coming off of that. And the third floor in this game, it's just as big as the first and second floors. So, something to point out there. We're not doing fantastic health-wise, so I think I'm gonna chug a health drink and we'll go ahead and start checking this place out. Now remember what I said in the last video, the consensus for these games is that once you make your way into a new area, you want to just start checking as many doors as you can. Find out where exactly you can get to at this point, and hopefully you'll just find clues and stuff on the way. Now you really can't relate this to the original game at all right here, so this is all pretty new. I still feel like you guys can't see very well. That's a little bit better. Dear Madam, in response to your complaint regarding the gunshots coming from apartment 217, we have paid a visit to the tenant, and he assured us that he does not own any firearms. He was fully cooperative and granted us access to the apartment. True to his words, we did not find any weapons or traces of using one. Should the noises persist, please inform the janitor. Sincerely, Woodside Apartments Administration. Well, everything is locked here. There is a stairway, though. And, well, looks like this might be our only option at the moment.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Sounds like there's someone there, James. Just saying. Creepy. Hey, this looks familiar. This is the flashlight. Gee, I wonder what's going to happen when I grab this thing. Oh my god. Wow. Hello. Did I get it? Where's it at? Oh, there it is. Man. Getting my ass kicked.
These clothes.
Yes, Mary's clothes are still here. Ooh, a key. Courtyard key. Okay, we need that for sure. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm already getting pummeled, and we just started. Locked. Looks like everything's locked up here. But we do have that courtyard key, so I know how to get there. Bit different than the courtyard from the original game. This right here looks familiar though, right? Warning, garbage chute out of order. Please do not use until problem is resolved. Okay, this is the same thing that we read in that trash bag from the original game. It's talking about Walter Sullivan and his murder victims. I won't reread it. I'm going to switch back over to the plank for right now. It's a little bit quieter. What's that? You think you're sneaky, don't you? Yeah, I see you. They're very... The mannequins, they're very versatile. And as you can see, just like the original game, it doesn't set off the static on your radio until they start moving. So you don't ever really know. You got to be careful. You got to be cautious when you come into these rooms because they might be hiding behind walls and stuff, just ready to ambush you. And when they hit you, it hurts. Hey, this looks familiar.
Hey! Wait!
So this scene is happening on the first floor now.
What's a kid doing here?
But something important just happened. And this is kind of similar to what happens in the original game, so I kind of like it. You have to be observant, or you're not going to realize what to do next, because it's not obvious unless you're observant. So, take a look at the map, okay? Over here, where he's got the exclamation point and the squiggly line, that's where those bars are, right? And we tried to get into this door down here. It's like the hallway and it goes around so that you can get on the other side of those bars. That was locked before. But when the little girl ran away, she unlocked the door. She came through around the corner down this hallway to leave, and when she did, she opened the door for us. So now we can get over here and grab the key. It's the second floor hallway key. I haven't figured out what this stuff is for yet, but there's a lot of like sheets of music laying around throughout the game. It's got to have some kind of significance. Like, I don't see why they would just put those everywhere unless it meant something, but I don't know what that means yet. So forgive me, guys. I've been playing the original Silent Hill 2 for 23 years. I've been playing this one for like 2 weeks. So there's still a lot of stuff I don't know about this game.
Huh. Quite the artist.
So apparently she was in here. feel like I'm gonna get ambushed again by a mannequin. Golden apple handle. That's new. I like the wallpaper peeling off the walls right here. It's a nice touch. Giant roach. So as you guys can see, this game, it feels a lot different the way it plays, you know. Please deliver these to Mrs. Milley from 102. I'm really worried about her. She's been cooped up all alone with his belongings for days on end. She won't even move them. And God forbid anyone else touch anything. It's breaking my heart just thinking about it. Deliver these items. Oh, is that like a fruit basket or something? She said room what? Room 102. Maybe that's just hinting around for you to go check out room 102. I don't like how the flashlight, when you shine it into the drawer doesn't light up. I don't like that because it makes it hard to see if anything's actually in the drawer. But I won't nitpick. I guess that's the whole reason why they have the little pop-up thing telling you to push the X button. But yes, it feels so much different, and I know it's because it's a modern game. So that's to be expected. Oh God. Hey, I thought you went down. Oh, don't get back up. They're kicking my ass, man. That's fine. I mean, it should be challenging. That's not a bad thing. I need to get better at the game, I guess. It's challenging. At least it's not as bad as like Silent Hill or what was it? Silent Hill Homecoming. At least it's not like that bad. That game was terrible. That was like a Polaroid. You find those laying around here and there, and they're not really related to progression in the game. They're just kind of collectibles, I guess. I haven't really made too much sense out of any of them, but I've found quite a bit of them. Maybe you get some kind of unlockable item if you find all of them. I don't know. There's got to be some kind of reason or some motivation for collecting all of them. There's quite a bit of them in the game. Okay. It's set to check out room 102, and I just did. This is room 102, right? Yeah. Okay. So now I've got the key for the second floor hallway. I can come back up here. Okay, that's probably going to get up, because remember, that's what happened at Happy Burger. There was one of those things laying in the ground. It was dead, and it got up at a certain point. Hey, there's some newspaper on the door. Newspaper. Okay. Well, we know who you are. I'm playing the original game. Alrighty then. Locked. Man, it's dark in here. There's that awesome, scary music. This is actually the music that's played in the clock room from the original game. So that should give you an idea about, you know, the significance of the room that we're in right now, I would think. Like, if you really knew the original game that well, I guess you could kind of tell where you are in this game. That's a... that's from the original game, whatever it is. It's related because it made that sound. So what's the point of this room other than what I just said? Is there anything in here right now? There's a hole in the wall. Okay. All right, I see we got behind that door that was locked, or doesn't even have a doorknob on it. Due to the ongoing renovation works, tenants are asked to keep out of the third floor of the building. It's padlocked. Oh, 217. Hey, they said this guy didn't own a gun. What's up with all the pock marks on the walls? I see them. Oh. Well, looky there. See, each one of these ammo boxes has like 2 bullets in it. So you don't get a whole lot of ammo. That one has 3. Cool, so we have the gun now. Oh, and that was the scream. The familiar scream. It sounded exactly the same as in the original game. Okay. Let me fix this real quick so we can get a good look at it. Might be a little bit better. Check that out. So just like the original game, there it is. You're not gonna say anything? You're just gonna look at it? Okay. The chair was sitting over here and it like slid across the floor. You see that? There's a key in here now. 212. Okay, I know exactly where that is. This is above the courtyard and the trash chute. I think it's down there. Yeah, it's down there. I think that's a mannequin. Oh, God, it scared me. It'll dodge your attack, too. Look at that. Ooh, almost got me. The combat is definitely more interactive, and you know, depending on how you feel about that, that's definitely, I would say, an upgrade. It's more challenging, for sure. It's more immersive. Like, you really do feel like you're fighting for your life in some instances. Okay, that gives us access to the second floor from the courtyard. Oh my god. I'm glad I did that. Wow. Okay. Oh, you bitch. Sorry. Oh my god, they're killing me. They're tearing me up. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I might need to get the chainsaw back out, guys. I'll be honest with you, the first time I played through the game, I didn't play on normal difficulty. I guess I just sucked that much. I don't know, but it is pretty fun. This is kind of challenging. I wasn't expecting it to be this challenging, and it's kind of throwing me off, like, as far as like trying to do a lore run or something like that. I feel like I'm too busy trying to fight for my life. This is intense in some instances. I like it though. It's cool. You can shoot these balloons right here and it gives you an achievement. I don't know if it does anything else. But the thing is, I've got 17 bullets. I'm not wasting my ammo on those balloons. It's not worth it to me. I don't really care about the trophies. I don't think it does anything else. It just gives you a trophy. Can't go that way. Okay, so you guys remember I was pointing out in the original game I went into a bathroom, or you couldn't get into it because somebody had kicked the door in, and I said it just felt really claustrophobic, and it kind of induced something like in my subconscious that kind of triggered uneasiness. And I felt, I didn't really say this, but it kind of felt like there was a story or something behind the fact that the bathroom door was kicked in. Well, I appreciate that they did stuff like that in this game too, because look, that toilet's all smashed up. There's probably something behind that, whoever designed that. It's not important, it's not relevant to the game, but the person that did the 3D design, you know, they had the idea to do that. Maybe they have some kind of thought as to why that toilet is smashed when they designed it. And I like that. It makes you think, right? It's cool. There's one bullet in that box. Wow. You must think I'm cruel, but this prison is of your own making. The choice was yours. I watched you make it over and over and over again. This time's not going to be any different, and I'll be here watching. Wow. Kind of sounds like that reminds me of something that like a spouse would say to their significant other, you know, their spouse. That sounds like a message that like somebody's angry wife would send them. I don't know if that's supposed to be Mary saying that to James or not. I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe it's just supposed to trigger that thought. Because remember the other cabinet that we got that golden apple piece from, when we took the apple and it made the little wrist fall down and it opened the door, it had a wedding dress in it. And this one has that note in it, so yeah, I would think so. It's like an angry wife. It might be Mary. There's like a little peephole and we're looking in this room right here. Strange looking room. But you can push this. And now we're in that room. We're actually stuck in it. We're like locked in. Can't go through there. And that one's locked. There's like a key that you gotta get. There's a safe here. And then there's a message on the wall. Right where the rooftops pierce through the night. Left are homebound footprints with no owner in sight. But has he found home? Oh, please pray tell, or a river of memories leading right to his hell. It's a riddle. Right where the rooftops pierce through the night. Left are homebound footprints with no owner in sight. Oh, there's some footprints. Homebound footprints. And there's a number 7. And there's like 9 squares on that door. There's some rooftops piercing through the night and a number 13. Okay, I'm seeing a 7. If you're standing here, if you're standing here, the 7 is on the right and the 13's on the left. But I think the poem actually says it's the other way around. Right where the rooftops pierce through the night. But if you're facing this way, the rooftops are on the left. Left, homebound footprints in sight. Then, and these are on the right. If you're standing right here, like in front of the safe. You see that? And then 9. But, so, is it saying 13 to the right, 7 to the left, and then a river of memories leading right to his hell? Could it be 17 to the right, or sorry, 13 to the right, 7 to the left, and 9 to the right? Let's try it. "13 to the right, 7 to the left, and 9 of those boxes." But no, that didn't work. "17. I don't know why I keep wanting to say 17. It's not 17, it's 13. Let's try it again. 13, 7, 9. No, it doesn't work. 13. Shit. 13, 7, 11. It's 11. Hey, we know that. You flip it around, it's got something on the back of it. It's the prisoner. And the key. In this room right here, it's interesting how we had the wedding dress, and then we had the message in the room where we got into this room from. And it was like a wife, you know. That sounded like a letter that a wife would leave for her husband that she was angry with, you know. And then, "Has he found home, oh please pray tell, or a river of memories leading right to his hell?" Interesting. And the old man coin was in here. So yeah, I mean, it sounds like that's definitely connected to James. That would really, honestly, kind of connect that coin with James, you know, just because of what we did right before we got stuck in that room. Where are you? Oh, shit. Come on. Second floor, small stairway key. Yeah, one thing to note, guys, is like in the original game, you can... See, that's gonna mess me up. The button to open your map in the original game is triangle on the PlayStation. And triangle is the button that you push to use a health item in this game. So that messes me up. I'm gonna end up wasting health items trying to open the map. Okay. In the original game, you open your map, even when enemies are around, they'll politely wait for you to get done looking at your map before they engage you, but not in this game. You open your map around an enemy in this game and you're gonna get the crap kicked out of you. So you can't do that in this game. Can't read anything in this game while there's enemies nearby. I mean, they'll come at you. Alright, so basically what we did is we made our way around that apartment block there. The one for the second floor. And now we have stuff. Key items. We have the staircase key, which actually... we can come back here. Was that door open like that last time? No, it wasn't. There's no doorknob on it. That's weird. We tried to open that door and it wouldn't open. Alright, there's a save point right there. We're on the third floor now, the one that said it's under renovation. Mannequin. I see you. There's another one over here. I'm gonna troll them just like they troll me. We're in room 311. We can get through this part where the wall is knocked out into room 309. Yeah, guys, this is really fun. I have to say this, I'm enjoying this a lot. This is challenging and extremely entertaining. It is. But it feels completely different. It's... So I'm not thinking about all that brilliant stuff from the original game, but I am enjoying playing this. Like, oh my god. Okay. I forgot. I let my guard down. Can't do that. Can't do that. The game will punish you for letting your guard down. Now I'm all out of those syringes. So that's an interesting health item, I must say. You've got syringes. I should have shown it to you in the menu, but... Screw you. I'm trying to talk. Leave me alone. I'll show it to you when we pick another one up, but it's like a syringe and It's like you're shooting it up or something to take a health item. Like use it. It's like you're giving yourself a shot. I don't know. I would say that's like borderline drug reference right there. Like, I don't like how your attacks don't stun these mannequins sometimes. You see that? They have like an invincibility frame right there where even when you hit them, they still lunge and hit you, and you can't, when they do that, you can't dodge it. Because like when you're in your attack, well, if you do it just right, you can't do it too late, or you can't dodge. If you do it early in the swing, like you start to swing and then you push the dodge button, he'll cancel the swing, but not unless you do it early enough. And there's no, I mean, there's that dodge, but there's no like shield or counter or any button for that. There's no way to counter their attack. So you're gonna end up getting inevitably hit. And it's kind of frustrating. I don't like that very much. Here we go, here's one. But look at this thing. It's a needle, it's like a syringe. And apparently it says restores vitality by relieving pain, highly effective. It's like morphine. And that's not exactly missing from some of the original Silent. Like, there's this thing called an ampule. From the original Silent Hill game. They're in the first game. And it's supposed to be like a powerful narcotic for pain, and it's a healing item. Hand juice. Well, we know what to do with this stuff. Okay, in the original game, the old man coin was in that bag, so I wonder what coin we're gonna pick up here. Oh man, something's trying to get in. Nothing out here. I'll save my game, I guess. Okay, we have 2 of the coins. That's the prisoner coin. Okay, so that's not... That one's not near Angela in this game, so that's a little bit different. And... we need that last coin. We need the Serpent coin, and that one is... this way. I can already hear it. Okay. Oh, look at all the pizza. I don't know which is grosser, the corpse in the refrigerator or all that rotten food. You see that? Ooh, that's nasty. You know what this reminds me of? So guys, a long time ago, before I became a truck driver, I was like a contractor for the bank, like different banks, and I would go into foreclosed properties where people had been evicted and stuff. And it's really sad, first of all, how people lost their homes. But they would just leave the homes, they'd leave the houses with food and stuff in the refrigerator, and it would sit in there for months and months and months with no power. And part of my job was to clean the refrigerators out, and oh my god, this is what it's like. Like it's so disgusting. It's like the worst smell ever. It's bad, especially when there's like ground beef and stuff in there, and it rots. It was so nasty. Anyway,
Who's there?
It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I didn't do it, I swear.
Hey, are you okay?
I didn't do anything. He was like that when I got here.
He? Oh, you mean the man back there? In the kitchen?
I didn't do it. I swear I didn't kill him.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm not saying that you did. Look, my name is James. James Sunderland.
Eddie.
Eddie, okay. So, do you live here, Eddie?
No. I'm not even from this town. It's just...
Something brought you here.
Yeah. Yeah, you could say that. Well, they came at me. I didn't know what to do, so I ran. I came here. Figured it might be safe, but then I found the guy in the fridge.
Easy, deep breaths. Look, this place, it's not safe. These things, this whole town, there's something wrong with it. Might be best if you just get out of here.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, you want to come with? Maybe together we can find a way out of this town.
Oh, sorry, but I can't leave. Not yet. I need to find someone.
Oh.
And Eddie, be careful.
Yeah, you too.
it's pretty cool, right? That's Eddie.
Eddie, are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, I guess.
I think he looks really good in this game. I think they did a really good job with him. And here's our football room, you see? So they included all this. One good thing about this being in 4K is some of this stuff you can actually read it. It's so highly detailed. I can't read the fine print, but it says certificate of participation. Check this out. You can smash the TVs. Okay. Look familiar? This is where we're gonna get the Serpent coin. You can't, well, you can jump down, but you can't like fall like you can in the original game. Move quickly, James. Oh my God. I don't want to have to fight these things. They're going to spit all over me. I just want to get out of there. Can you blame me? Okay, so now we've got all 3 coins and we're already doing this puzzle now. Three bright coins in 5 holes B. First sits the maiden underneath the tree. That's different. The wind from behind the maiden doth blow. A beautiful flower alone has to grow. And here comes the man, so sleek and so fine. In the pale moonlight his eyes doth shine. Okay, so the prisoner goes under the tree. There's an empty space behind her. And the man goes underneath the moon. No. Here. A beautiful flower alone has to grow. So here's something that they did, and these coins have backs to them now, and they actually have backs to them in the original Silent Hill 2, but in order to use the back side of the coins in that game, you have to be on, like, I think it's like the highest level of puzzle difficulty. So you wouldn't normally do this on like medium difficulty. And it says a flower alone has to grow. We're gonna rotate it, yeah. And now there's a second part to it. The man doth approach, his blade now revealed, his face disappears behind shining steel. Away from the man doth the maiden flee towards the flower, away from the tree. Okay. So I assume we want to rotate this and put it here, and the woman says she flees toward the flower. Where once grew a flower, a venomous glee, where once was a maiden, but a stone doth be. And over her grave the man doth remain, his blade never met the vile serpent's fane. Okay, so that. All right. The beast who its teeth in her flesh doth bore, he who has failed, she who is no more. Now unto you falls a grievous chore, who carries blame for what fate had in store. This kind of reminds me of the puzzle in Silent Hill Shattered Memories when Dr. Kaufman asks Cheryl, he gives her a story and she's got these figurines, and it's like, I won't go all into it, but basically you have to figure out who's to blame for the princess's death or whatever. That's what this reminds me of. Obviously, you know, I guess it would depend on your point of view, but, you know, the serpent clearly killed the woman, so there you go. Room 201, which is going to be down here. It's actually going to be up here. It's 201. Now it's going to be down here. And this might look like one of the most normal apartments in the whole building, but it's pretty normal looking in here, right? Except for that door. Okay, it's a little bit more censored this time. It never showed anything really to begin with. You guys saw the original one. Because this wall is right here, you can't see really any of it. So He doesn't say anything about it either. But yeah, it's very vague. I think maybe it should have been a little bit more revealing. Not revealing, like too revealing, because the original one wasn't revealing either. But if you didn't know what that was or what was going on, then that probably wouldn't mean very much to you. It's pretty vague, the way it is. And this... He says the handkerchief feels very familiar. So maybe it's supposed to be Mary's? I don't know. I haven't figured out what that's for yet. Maybe it's something that it's like something else that you would examine to get a particular ending. I'm not really sure. But it kind of is like just another thing to kind of... I guess that's a pretty good hint to identify maybe some of the sexual frustration that James has. And maybe that handkerchief is just there to kind of hint around to you that you know, how it's all connected and related. So now we're getting that fire escape into the next apartment building. Welcome to the Blue Creek apartments. And these are a bit more dilapidated. In fact, they're extremely different from the other apartments we were just in. Got to be careful. So from this point on, the lying figures, when they fall down, they will do that. And when that stuff comes out, it's like I guess maybe it's like a sulfuric acid or hydrochloric. You know, it's really, really noxious stuff. So it will hurt you. Even when they die, they'll spew it out. And if you're anywhere near the gas cloud that it emits, it'll hurt you. So you got to be careful. Even after you kill them and they go down. You guys see the white cloth? That wall is breakable. So that's a new mechanic for the game. Not in the original game. But when you do move the clock in the original game, you do go through a hole in the wall, so. If you listen, you can hear James. He's like shuddering. He's like scared. This is scary. Those things are so strong that when you hit them, it doesn't even stun lock them or anything. They're powerful. You know what I think that means? I think that means we need the freaking chainsaw. It's gonna be loud, and I'm sorry, but I gotta get through this. Gotta say, guys, I'm having a blast right now. Ooh. That looks ominous. Okay, there's a door that's locked. It's got an M on it. Mildred. Henry fears Scott. Oh, okay, I get it. This is happening now in this building. He'll run from him and hide. He's fled to the west, to the other side. But here comes Mildred with unknown intent. Scott lies face down, blind to her descent. Scott. And it doesn't tell you. I told you guys I would point it out, the clocks, but I actually didn't do that in the apartment building. There it is. So this time around, we actually have to collect the hands for the clock. Ooh, there's a door with an H. Somebody's banging on it. Yeah, that chainsaw doesn't have as good of a range as the pipe, so Sorry, I keep turning my flashlight out by mistake. Oh god. So you gotta remember to back up, or that'll happen. Like guzzling health items. Ammo in there. Found the ammo. What the hell is that noise? Oh shit. Ah! Asshole. Oh my god, it still hurt me. The door was shut. Oh my god. It's still hurting me. Controller is pulsating, flashing red. That almost got me killed, guys. Jeez. That was so freaking insane, man. He just popped in the door. Yeah, they don't do that in the original game. That was pretty cool. We're gonna need a key for that. Already been in here. Oop. Didn't get those though. This reminds me of Downpour a little bit. not Silent Hill 2. This whole room reminds me of Downpour because of the, I don't know. I have to show it to you in the game, but this part of it really reminds me of Downpour. Go away. He's probably gonna follow me in here. Okay, that closed behind me. Where'd you come from? You weren't even in here. This is brutal, guys. Can't let your guard down. And in a way that kind of changes the feel of the game. Now, sure, you can get the original Silent Hill to that kind of a level if you want to. You can put the combat on hard, and then there's like hard plus, and it just keeps going up and up and up and up. And if you do that, I missed something. If you do that, I mean, that's your choice, but in my opinion, the fear and dread is what's memorable to me about Silent Hill. Not really the combat. I can't get back through there. Oh. I think I missed. I was supposed to pick something up on the desk back in this other room. I forgot to get it. So now I have to figure out how to get through that. This is where I just came from. There's like a vanity or something. Here it is. Alright, I need this key. 306. And again, don't get me wrong, it's fun. It's challenging for me. It might not be for some people, but it kind of is for me. And it's fun. And I guess it is scary. It's not really scary to me, but it can be kind of frustrating sometimes. But, you know, fear factor, this kind of stuff, it doesn't really scare me, honestly. It doesn't scare me like the original game did, with the feeling of dread and sometimes terror. There was some kind of way that the original game captured those emotions for me, and I can't really quite put my finger on this. This just feels more like action oriented to me for some reason. Sure, it's considered survival horror. You can look at it like that, sure. But I don't know, there's just something about it that's not anywhere near as scary to me. I kind of feel like I'm going through a fun house right now. You know, like a horror-filled fun house. And I don't feel those same emotions of dread and sometimes terror. You know how I was describing that one room in the original game when I was like, oh my god, God popped out of the damn closet or something. I was describing that one room to you guys in the original Silent Hill 2, in that apartment room. And I was like, look, there's two openings. There's one on my left, one on my right, and there's a lying figure in there. I can hear it, but I don't know which way to go. And if I go the wrong way, I'm going to turn my back to this thing. And this is terrifying. Like, I feel terror right now. It's so scary. I don't really feel that playing this. I do feel challenge, and I do feel it, like I said before, it's fun. But I don't feel those other emotions. I just don't feel those other emotions playing this. We need this valve handle. I'm like really hurt. I need to heal. I'm trying to like have a conversation with you guys and I'm just getting my ass kicked the whole time. It's kind of funny. I need to wait. I need to like sequence myself right. Wait for the right moment to talk about this stuff. Oh my god, I didn't even see that one. Oh my god, there's so many of them. There's like 3 of them in here. Alright, I'm gonna die. Okay, that's... God, there's 3 lying figures in here. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. Yep, I'm dead. And I didn't save it. I should have just ran. Alright, I'll get back with you at that spot. Okay guys, I'm back in the room with the valve. It's my fault that I died. I was talking shit. I should have been focusing, concentrating on what I was doing, and I wasn't. I was judging this game. The game didn't like that very much, so it punished me for it. So yeah, you gotta concentrate when you're doing this, or you can easily get yourself killed. You gotta know when to back down, I think. And if you don't, then you don't have a very good chance of surviving. So you gotta be careful. It's dangerous. I gotta remember that. This is dangerous. This place is full of monsters. Okay, this is where I got killed last time. I'm just gonna run through this, try to. I'm gonna get kicked in the head a couple times, I know it. And they might come in here after me, but I do have the valve. You need a valve to turn right here, and I got it. Here they come. The hour hand. No, I gotta go back to the clock, but I just wanted to see what this is. Okay, I already went in there. Okay. And I guess you have to move it. And you've got this little thing right here to kind of help you out. Kind of give you the answers that you're looking for. But if you were observant, then you would have noticed the clocks that are, you know, I'm pretty sure there's some clocks, at least in the town part. They might not be in the apartments, like the Woodside apartments. There might not be any clocks in there that show you this, but I'm pretty sure there's some in the town. Some of those buildings you go into, and it'll show you on the clock. It'll have like 9, 10, and 15 seconds on the clock. So there's that. And earlier he put an H on the door, one of the doors that he crossed. It's now unlocked, so it's right here. And guys, I'll be honest with you, this next part right here, it's a really good part of the game. It's one of my favorite parts of the game. Got a locked door right here, and we got some items to interact with, but we're not quite ready for that yet, so we got to come through here. And oh, here's the oh so familiar toilet bowl. He has like a reaction in this game. He actually reacts to it. That's nice. You have to push the action button a few times. Look at his face. I think I'll just leave you like that for a while, James. Just kidding. And it didn't take long to get the minute hand, did it? All right, guys, something I want to point out. You notice the music intensifying right here. Well, if the town of Silent Hill is in fact manifesting things from James's psyche, and that's why, say, the little girl, for instance, she's not experiencing any of this. This is all coming from the psyche of James, right? And so that would explain why things intensify when you make progress in the game. Just like in the original game, after you move the clock, you know, you push it and you can go through the hole in the wall. The music in that room intensifies. And it's because you're making progress, so you're actually getting closer to a conclusion in your mind. I wanted to point that out. And apparently this game, you know, they understand that too. So they're adding that into the gameplay itself, which is nice. And we had a friend come visit. Just walk right on in, buddy. It's not my place. All right, that picture fell that was hiding this bird figurine thing. So we're able to get that now, but there's more that we need to get over here real quick. We can break this wall. It's kind of a shortcut. Oh God, not two of them. No, I ain't playing with y'all. Check out the shadow. Really cool, huh? Well, that's one piece to our puzzle. And I don't understand what the bird thing is. I don't see how that's significant to anything at all, but yeah, apparently we're collecting bird figurines. It's just, it's random. I guess it's no more random than throwing a can of juice down a damn trash chute, though. You know. But it's not really relevant. It's not like one of those puzzles that's like relevant or has any deep significance to it. It feels like it's lacking right here with this, but it's still a good part of the game nonetheless. Alright, that right there, that actually happens in the original game, and I couldn't get it to trigger in the original game. I'm not sure why. It wouldn't work, but it never did do that. Maybe because I was playing on an emulator. You see the shadow in the shower? It looks like a lying figure, kind of, doesn't it? Or it's a mannequin, but not like a monster man. It's an actual mannequin in the shower. What kind of pervert is so hard up that they put a naked mannequin woman in their shower, female mannequin in their shower? Whose apartment is this? I guess it all just goes along with the theme there. And it goes, kind of fits with the theme, you know, the whole sexual frustration theme. And I guess that answers my question. I guess that represents James's sexual frustration. So it fits. Okay, we got all the pieces that we need to come back in here. and do this. Maybe James has a thing for birds. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I'll shut up. All right. Now, I want to point out something about this room, because this room right here, it's like one of the most memorable rooms in this game, the remake, to me. Now, if you go back to the original game, to the coin puzzle, and you remember what it said about the old man coin, and me telling you in the last video that I think James represents the old man, that's like his coin, whereas the Serpent coin is for Eddie and the prisoner coin is for Angela. Well, it says in the original game that, you know, there's one line that says, "To the prisoner's left that he doth rot," and it's talking about the old man. So it's talking about rotting. And what is associated with rotting? Water, right? Like water can cause things to rot. And I think they know that, they realize that, Bloober. And that's one reason why they made a room like this. It's significant. There's a lot of rot in this room. The bed is like the most intense thing. Like, that is just absolutely disgusting. But look at the rot. And then look at the ceiling. It's got what looks like black mold. You know, the kind of mold that if you breathe it in, it'll kill you. And the original game has a lot of like water damage and stuff like that in it, especially in the nightmare parts. I don't want to give that away though, so I won't talk too much about that. But yeah, I think that this is very befitting, and I think it looks really good. I think they put it in the perfect spot too, and let me show you why. You come out here after you jump down the hole, and what do we find? We find the coin chest thing from the original game. Right after you see that rot on the bed, you come out here, and this is where we put the old man coin in the original game. So it's like they knew, right? See, I appreciate that a lot. I want to be able to talk about lore and stuff in the new game with you guys, and I think I got this one down. And I think they did too. They understand what's going on. So I guess this would be Uncle David's apartment right here that we were in the last video. Now we're also down on the first floor. So if you guys remember all the stuff that happened on the first floor of the original game, we got some of that stuff coming up. Gee, this looks familiar.
Oh. It's you.
Yeah. I'm James.
Angela.
Angela. Okay. Look, I'm not sure what you're planning, but there's always another way.
Really? What's the point? It's easier just to run. Maybe it's all we deserve.
We?
Me. You. We're all the same.
I'm not like you.
Are you afraid? Sorry.
It's okay. Did you find your mother?
No. Not yet.
Did she live here? In this building?
I don't know.
So all you know is that she lived in this town?
What did you say? How did you know that?
Well, I just figured because this is where you're looking for her. How else would I know?
Yeah. Sorry. Did you find the person that you were looking for?
Not yet. Her name's Mary. She's my wife.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I don't know why I think she's here. She died 3 years ago.
She's dead?
Oh, don't worry, I'm not crazy.
At least I don't think so.
I have to find my mama.
Should I go with you? This town really is dangerous. Now I know what you meant back there in the cemetery.
No, it's okay. Besides, I'd just slow you down.
What about that?
Will you hold it for me?
Sure, no problem.
If I kept it, I'm not sure what I might do. No! I'm sorry! I've been bad! Please don't!
No, but really, guys, I know I complained about the first cutscene, but that was amazing. That, I don't know, like, might be a little bit on the fence about this, but I have to say that that might be even better than the original cutscene. If you put everything into Angela into consideration, that was incredible. That was awesome. I complained a little bit about her voice and the line delivery originally, and it was just that first cutscene. But this one, if you notice, she still has that different feel to her voice. Given, you know, she is just a teenager. I think she's like 19. She's supposed to be 19. So she's still really young. Team Silent specifically said in the documentary that they did on Silent Hill 2 for the original game, the thing about Angela is that, yes, she's that young, but she's supposed to portray like an older person. Like, she's supposed to come off as somebody that's older than 19, even though she is that young. And so back then, Donna Burke did her voice. The woman that did her voice was not a teenager. She was actually in her 30s at the time whenever she did Angela's voice. And so she sounded like an older woman. And that's what they were going for. But that threw a lot of people off. A lot of people did not understand why Angela from the original game, like what was up with her, why she was so weird. I mean, we do find out the things that we find out about her later on, and it kind of puts it together for you, kind of pieces it together. And when I say that, I mean like the obvious things about her. There's a lot about her that's not obvious, and I'm going to reveal that in this playthrough. Like, there's some things that people haven't realized about Angela, even still up to this day. And one big question that I have is, did Bloober realize these things about her? But from that cutscene, maybe they do. From what I got from that, I mean, they really left the door of interpretation open in this cutscene. And yes, she does sound more like a person of her age in this game. She sounds like a teenager in this game. She doesn't sound really like an older person, but she does really have that heavy teenage angst kind of thing going on. And my first time playing through the game, I wasn't paying as good of attention as I should have been paying, I guess. And it caused me to question it a little bit. But I think they did incredible in this cutscene. Now that I'm watching it again and I'm really, really examining it. And one thing that you have to take into account, guys, is I think a lot of the reason why Team Silent wanted an older woman to do Angela's voice had a lot to do with the limitations of the hardware back then. But you can see it in her face. Like, you don't even have to really pay that much attention to how her voice sounds. Because she does sound like one of those teenagers, you know? She's got that kind of teenage voice going on, kind of deal in this game. And that kind of got on my nerves initially. But you can see her facial expressions in this cutscene. And a lot of the raw communication or delivery is in her face. More so, if not just as much, then maybe even more so than in her voice. So the fact that, you know, the technology has advanced so much that they're able to do the facial expressions and the facial features so much more detailed than they could back then when they made the original game, it really helps suggest what's going on in this cutscene. It really helps, and I think they did a fantastic job of communicating that in this cutscene. So I'm impressed by what I just saw. Like, I'm watching it again, you know, really watching it closely. It's impressive to me, for sure. And we have the knife, and it's got blood on it, and again, we're questioning, where did that blood come from? And that's all I'll say about it right now. But yeah, I wanna say that was a major improvement. Okay. If we notice, there's no picture in the floor. Whereas in the original game, we had the picture of the family that had been torn in half. The mother with the daughter, the father with the son. It's gone now. And this mirror looks really good too. Okay, so we got that key now. Let's check out the key. It says Key of Resilience. So we got what we need from the H door, the Henry area of Blue Creek Apartments. What does that sound like? All right, now we've got this new door. It's got an S. S for Scott. S for second. That was crazy. We've got another piece of music here. Again, don't know what's up with that. I did just think of one thing I can say about that cutscene with Angela, though. They worded it a little bit differently. One of the changes that they made to her line is she says, "It's what we all deserve." And I don't think that that's right. I think that's one thing I don't like about that cutscene, is that they changed the script just a little bit. They changed it to her saying that it's what we all deserve, and I don't think that fits. But the rest of it was really good. Okay, heading over to the... Oh, we're not ready to do that. What am I thinking? Got to do this first. Getting ahead of myself. Alright, now we can come over here. Moths? Oh. So they put the moth room in the Blue Creek Apartments in this one and not the Woodside. Huh. Well. Hey. In case you couldn't tell from the original game, this must be an homage to Silence of the Lambs? Yeah. Okay, so we have an objective here. Let me point this out real quick. You see the symbols and the subtraction and addition, right? So initially, you come in here, there's a hole in the wall. You can see another one of those death skull moths or whatever they're called. Right there. There's one right there. There's like a few things around the room that it wants you to check out. They're all moths. And if you notice, the symbols on their wings are the same symbols next to this combination on the door, right? So what you're trying to do is, you know, it has something to do with numbers, right? If you have to do addition and subtraction, then you know that whatever you're trying to do to solve this has to do with numbers and the symbols. So if the symbols represent some kind of number, how do you know what number they represent? By counting the symbols in each spot. And if you don't come in here and move that bookshelf, then you won't know about this one. But we've got one skull. We've got two of those moon shapes in here. Okay, we've got another skull and another two moon shapes. So that would be 2 and 4. 2 skulls, 2 moon shapes, and we also got one circle here. Okay, 1, 2, and 4. 3, 2, and 4. 5, 2, and 4. 8, 2, and 4. Okay, so that would be 8 minus 4, right? And then that would be 6. And this would be, let's see, we said 4. This would be 2, maybe? I'm totally wrong. Okay, let's try it again. 1 and 2. Maybe I'm just that bad at math. 2 and 4 and 1, 3, 2 and 4, 5. Okay, 5, 2 and 4. 5, 2 and 8. I was 1 off. So that would be 3. And that would be 7. And that would be 4, right? Huh. Okay. Anyway, that's how you do it. I don't know, I struggled with it. But now we're in the room. We're in the familiar room from the original game. There's the slime on the wall. There's a lot less of it. Guess they didn't want to get sued by Nickelodeon. I don't know. All right, but anyway, I really think that this should have been the first time that you encounter sticking your hole in a wall. Not back in the town at that small apartment building. I think this is way more intense right here. And if you notice, there's no sound. There's no sound this time. But we got the second hand. We also have a reaction. It's like a chain reaction because we found that. Sounds like something really big walking. We're almost there, guys. Alright, now we can go back down to the first floor where the minute hand is. Look how creepy that looks. Did I say minute hand? I meant to say minute door, Mildred door. Gee, I wonder what's through this door. Oh. Alright, same deal, same strategy. All we're doing is kiting him around the room to survive the time. He moves faster. Oh my god. Yeah, he moves faster. He almost got me. I wonder what happens if you bum rush him right here. Nothing. Okay. Still, I'd hate to be in his way when he's trying to go toward those doors. That would suck. You know, that sounds like the siren from the movie in the newer games. I really wish they would have used the old siren. You guys know what I'm talking about? Have you played Silent Hill 1? I like the way that siren sounds more than the one that just went off. Okay, so we made it out of the apartments. We actually did it, you guys. We got through it. And I think they put this save spot right here specifically for YouTubers. It's like in the perfect spot to end the video. And yeah. I'll see you guys in the next one. I will say real quick before I go that the way I'm going to do this is like the next video will be part 4, right? Well, this video and the previous one were both part 3. So if I come to an area in the game that's huge, like the apartments were, and it's going to take me a long time to get through the area in each of the games, you know, both of the games, I'm going to separate it and put each game into its own video. But like, say, the next part that we have to do, it doesn't take that long to get through, so I'll put both games in one video, if that makes any sense. So the apartments from the original game was part 3A. This is part 3B, and I will see you guys in part 4. Okay? But thanks for watching and checking out my channel. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. Later.